Jackson, he gave a lot of us. Just like
Yeah, it was a big rush.
you know, something two already.
Oh, wow.
Jason.
It's good on the lease.
He's my first cousin, yeah, then Deanna, my first cousin, then my brother.
Then after that, in a year, he comes home.
Hello.
He was there today.
Yeah, see how they, yeah. Curious.
I think it was 6 feet long, 4 basements, 3 feet wide.
All right, I now call the May 17th, 2018 meeting, the Madison County Board of Adjustment to order. Will you call the roll for me, please?
Ralph Oliver.
Here.
Valerie Hines.
Here.
Jimmy Rogers.
Here.
Chris Cooper.
Here.
George Dillon.
Here. All right, the first item we have on the agenda is to look at the,
Mr. Chairman, let's take just a minute for the record if we could
okay,
and introduce our new member and just let everybody know who he is. And just for the record, he's not been sworn in by the judge yet, so
You won't be
he's
voting?
he's just here to kind of see what the process is tonight. We'll get him sworn in before the next meeting, so he won't be voting, but we do have a quorum for the record. And Christian will just tell everybody a little bit about yourself real quick, and then we'll.
Chris
move on.
Cooper, been around Madison County since 1981, lived down on Tate's Creek, I'm a farmer, beef cattle, and, I'm a full-time employee out of Ag Credit Loan Officer out there, I loan money to farmers. Farm Bureau Board, Kentucky Cattlemen's Board, kind of involved in a lot of ag, so been around here for a while, so.
Welcome aboard.
welcome,
Appreciate you.
welcome.
I've known him a long time.
Yeah.
Long
All
time.
right, thank you.
Or since 81.
81, yeah, probably so, yeah.
All right, did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting? Everybody read them over? No issues, no comments, no questions? If not, I'll open the floor for a motion.
I make a motion we accept the minutes of the last meeting.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Jimmy Rogers.
Yes.
Chris Cooper.
Can I vote on that?
You can just abstain.
Abstain.
Ralph Oliver.
Yes.
Valerie Hines.
Yes.
George Dillon.
Yes. All right, we've got one item on the agenda tonight. It's a conditional use permit at 507 Hunter Lane. Applicant's name, Taylor Russell. Is there Taylor Russell here? Here. All right, you wanna come to the podium for me, please? State your name and address for the record, please.
Taylor Russell, 507 Hunter Lane.
All right, Mr. Russell, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information as it pertains to this case?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell me what you're here for.
I'm here to request a conditional use permit at 507 Hunter Lane. My business name is Brotherton Smith LLC. I'm a professional gunsmith, and I need this permit in order to transfer my federal firearms license from Colorado to Kentucky and continue my work here.
Okay, what?
Just for the record, we've had one phone call, and it was just an inquiry.
Okay.
All the advertisements been made, signs been put on the property, all the requirements have been met.
Okay. My first question is, why not just rent a shop?
My wife and I sold our house in Colorado. It happened very quick, and we didn't have time to set up a shop yet, and that is the plan. But there's a limited time when you're transferring a federal firearms license, and so I'm using Bobby's address right now to get that firearms license there so I can do work while we're finding a location for home and business.
Okay. And this was gonna go in just the build, is there a house on the property, or is it
It's-
just
If you look on the,
just the
It's a metal
building there and that's it?
building. It's an insulated metal building. It's about 75 yards off the road and probably 100 yards from the closest neighbor.
the red roof building in the middle of the screen there is the.
Okay, and you were just gonna occupy a portion of this building?
Approximately a fifth of that building, yep.
Okay. Not much at all. So,
Did you all get in your packet his description there of what he was wanting to do and what he's gonna do?
Yes, sir.
Everybody get that?
yeah. Are you the owner? You're not the owner of the property?
No, sir.
Okay. Who's the owner?
Bobby, and he's present here.
All right. So you're just renting the building or?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Now, how many employees do you have?
Just me.
Just you? What about customers? I mean, I guess you're there 8 to 5 every day, or?
Yes, My business hours will be 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And currently, the shop is not set up for business right now, so I'm taking people in only if they request.
Okay. Now, you stated you were only gonna do this temporarily, and then you were gonna get a shop?
That's
Or-
correct.
Okay. How long's temporary? How long do you anticipate being here doing this?
I'm gonna stay in Madison County and do this. I just need to find a location. I can't predict how long that would take. We've been looking since we've been here. We've been here about 6 weeks.
Okay.
We haven't found a home location that we like enough to purchase. And I would like to set up the shop at my home site, if I can find the right location. So that's the whole thing.
After you get done with this one?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
In here you've got, clients will be able to pick up or drop off projects by appointment only or during limited daytime hours. Are you gonna be in the building working set hours that you want this operation to be up?
Correct.
What are those hours you want?
In the future, there'll be Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
All right?
It's not that way right now. It can be, but currently I'm running all over the county looking for a home.
What about Saturday and Sunday?
We'll be closed Saturday and Sunday for now.
How many customers do you anticipate a day coming to drop stuff off?
No more than 5 a day would be my guess. And I did work as a gunsmith in Colorado for 3 years, and that was about average for a busy day was around 5 customers.
As far as deliveries to the site, are we
FedEx, UPS,
just
normal deliveries.
Normal delivery, maybe one a day at best?
Correct.
Okay.
It says it's already equipped, standard utilities, electric, water.
Yes, sir.
Is there a restroom or any?
There is a restroom with septic, electric. The building is insulated.
What types of safety precautions do you have? I assume you're not gonna get finished with each person's project the day that they drop it off, and you don't live on the property, so what
I
do you
do live on the property.
You do live on the
Yes, ma'am.
property, okay.
Currently.
But not necessarily in the structure that you're gonna be utilizing, or
There is
or
on the
is
left.
there?
There is on the left portion of the red roof building there. There's a small apartment, and that's where my wife and I are staying for the time being.
I guess the follow-up of your question, just for safety's sake, I guess you're securing your customers' weapons and stuff that you're
All the
working on.
doors will have manual locks. There's also a security system at the site, cameras as well, and I'll go through all the federal guidelines for protecting the customer's firearms.
You have to keep them in a safe or a vault or anything?
Yes, you have to keep them in a locked compartment. It doesn't have to be a safe, but it will be a safe.
Is it a 2-lock process, or is it just a certain one single lock
It's a
process?
single lock. It's what the federal government requires.
Do you have any, let me ask you this, what kind of equipment are you gonna have inside the?
There will be some machinery. The noisiest machinery that I will have will be a machine mill
Mhm.
and a lathe, a metal cutting lathe. I don't expect those will be heard outside the building. They're quieter than a lawnmower, so
Any compressors or anything?
there will be an air compressor, yes.
Only other thing I seen, it said that, property driveway and address will be clearly marked on pre-existing metal entrance for clients to easily locate the business premises. Have you already got a sign on the premises?
For the business?
Yes.
No, sir.
The address on
But
the
it
gate or on
is
the-
clearly marked, I drove by it.
Yeah.
There's this tree line right here,
Mhm.
about halfway down the driveway, there's a metal sign that just marks the address and the name of the property. I can't remember what the name
Correct,
is.
correct. There's a metal
It's
sign.
not, it's not a business sign, he's not advertising, there's no outward signs.
Gotcha. So you're not planning on putting up a business sign or anything?
Probably not for now. When I find a permanent location, whether it's this location or another one, I definitely will put up a sign.
So should probably ask for a sign.
Yeah. So So that's what, cause we have to,
Well, but if he goes to another location, he'll have to start this process over. We don't like normally to have any kind of outward signs of the.
Yeah, typically this type of
business.
business, we don't like to have the signage.
We kind of, we keep the business signage, not something that normally
yeah.
would be approved. But you're not wanting one here anyway,
No, sir.
so that's something we can address if you want to move your location in the future.
Okay.
All right, does anybody have any further questions for Mr. Russell? If not, I'll ask, does anybody else want to speak for or against Mr. Russell's request? Have any questions or anything? Okay. Ma'am, you want to come to the podium for me?
I'm sorry, I'm handicapped. I think they can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
I just,
Hold on.
We can't give you though, that microphone, we
He'll
gotta.
bring it to you.
We're recording the meeting, so
Mr.
we gotta
Russell,
have everything on
you
the
have a
record.
seat, we'll let her
Yeah,
make some
we'll-
comments, and
we'll
then we'll bring it
come
back
to
up.
thank
You're welcome.
All right, give me your name and address for me, please, first.
Mrs. May Kirby,
Okay.
and I live on Union City Road, 1909.
All right, Ms.
And
Kirby.
my farm backs up to Hunter Road.
Ms. Kirby, do you agree to give truthful and accurate information?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
I just don't want them using target practice on my cattle, which will be right on the next fence over. So that's a problem. I can't see having guns and not having that type thing.
Okay, that's a good point. Thank you.
That's all.
Do you have anything else?
Hey, Bert, where's
All right, Mr. Russell, do you want to answer that question or
Sure.
assure Ms. Kirby?
The way our properties line up, there will be no firearms being fired in your all's direction. And I can assure you, there will be no people besides myself firing firearms on that site. It'll just be me. I know where you are located, and I will not be shooting in that direction.
All right, I'll hold you to that.
So you will need to fire these firearms?
Occasionally, I will need to fire a firearm.
When you
And
say
that's just for testing purposes to confirm your work is
That's correct.
appropriate, it's not for sport or for work.
That's correct.
It's specifically for the business.
That's
I think is
correct.
what maybe
If I
concern.
repair somebody's firearm, I need to be able to fire it to make sure all repairs are.
And is that, like, I know when somebody buys a new weapon, it comes with a in-case bullet showing it's been certified that it has fired. So, I mean, is that one of the reasons, because by regulations, you have to, once you fix it, you've gotta,
No, there is no rules or regulations about doing that. It's just the right thing to do. If you're charging someone to repair their firearm, you need to make sure it's working properly.
okay.
All right, ma'am, do you want to come to the podium? Name and address for me first, please.
Ann Kirby,
All right.
1905 Union City Road.
All right, Ms. Kirby, do you
I was
agree to
just
give truthful and
wondering-
accurate information? All right,
Yes.
go ahead.
Where you will be firing them.
Sure.
That was, because there is a non-maintained county road that runs right below, beside the
Mhm.
barn there where you're wanting to. And, there are people that do travel on four-wheelers, side by sides, me being one of them, checking fences. So that would be my question, is where you gonna farm at?
Okay.
Am I on the right place with the pointer there, the blue triangle, that's your all's farm right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Russell, you want to address that too?
Sure. Could you zoom in on the building?
On your building? Sure.
Yes, please. So between the address 501 and the building that I'm occupying is the county road that she was referring to.
Is it this tree line?
It
right
is
here?
that tree line there.
Okay.
Now, if you follow that, if you go down with that pointer and then go left along the next tree line. Yep, right there. That's a creek that goes down through there. On the underside of that pointer is about 100-foot tall hillside. And that's where I would be firing from, or I'm sorry, into, from above that pointer, firing into the bank below that pointer. I would not be firing anything in the direction of this road over here.
So you'll be at the blue arrow firing back almost towards
Opposite.
At the white arrow toward
Firing
the
down towards.
Correct.
Okay, so back into your property.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So but you're gonna have a backdrop either way.
There's a berm there. or
There's a
natural
huge
main.
berm there.
Yeah, okay. I got what you're saying.
I'm in agreement. I know it's there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask that question.
Sure.
Thank you.
Good question.
Okay. You have anything else? Anybody have anything else? Any more questions, comments? Board members? Nothing? If there's no further questions or comments from anybody, I'll open the floor for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the conditional use permit for the property located at 507 Hunter Lane, Richmond, Kentucky, 40475. This conditional use permit will allow the operation of a gunsmithing business known as Brotherton Smith LLC. The hours of operation will be Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., closed Saturday and Sunday. All work and storage will be kept inside the building.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Jimmy Rogers?
Yes.
Chris Cooper? Ralph Oliver?
Yes.
Valerie Hines?
Yes.
George Dillon?
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been approved. All right, Marty, you got anything else for us?
That's all we have.
If there's no further business, I'll adjourn the meeting.
Let me talk to you before we get out. Sure. I gotta turn this.
You gotta make a motion?
No, just adjourn.
Martin, you want that? So you want to provide notes?
All right, short and sweet.